On the following clip, you can get exclusive news about Karrion Kross's injury from Disco Inferno, plus hear Disco and Konnan's thoughts on his main event match against Keith Lee. But to hear this NXT review in its entirety, you can get it at the Patreon site at patreon.com/Konnan and Konnan.me, along with a full SummerSlam review and a full AEW review from Saturday night. Disco, do you have the hot news about Kross's status after the main event?
Yes.
Okay.
Looks like an AC joint separation is getting an MRI Monday.
What could
but it's not. But AC joint. No. But AC joints are not. It's completely random. It's like you don't need surgery usually, and it could take like up to 12 weeks. But sometimes it's just pain management. And for a shoulder, you can work through that. Because I do. I've had a bump shoulder for 15 years.
Wow.
So it's 4 to 6 weeks, but he could still do videos. He could still show up and cut a promo. So,
and you guys know this, that for him to work through the pain like that, for guys like Hunter or Vince or whoever, that fucking was really good for him. Like they're gonna look, highly on that or whatever. So, plus he got Keith Lee in the suplex after he got hurt, which is amazing.
Yeah, he got hurt like halfway through the match.
Yeah.
So I know exactly where he got hurt on too.
I saw where he got hurt.
A clothesline, right?
Yeah,
I don't even know if it was a clothesline. It looked like a shoulder block.
So then we had Kross and Keith Lee, and I just got to put over, bro. That video that they did, that 4-minute video to hype up that match is tremendous.
Yeah,
they had on Wednesday. That was excellent with the Metallica music.
Yeah,
bro.
Sure.
They like their packages just are the best thing on TV. Like in wrestling, if they do, like if these packages.
Yo, shouts out to our boy JB. Boom, Jeremy Borach.
Lee versus Kross. What did you guys think of this?
I loved it.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't like it was just physical. The whole thing. It was just two big guys beating the shit out of each other.
I know. Here's the only thing.
But you could tell Keith Lee blew up.
How long was it?
Well,
early in the match.
Yeah. So here's the problem. Is like you said. 21:51, 20 minutes.
Ooh,
okay?
A long time.
Bro, let me tell you, it's a long time. And when you got here's the difference, okay? And this is why Brock Lesnar doesn't wrestle a lot, okay? Well, Brock is in there with big guys. He's wrestling other decent sized guys, Cena, stuff. Bro, he's throwing them all over the place,
right?
That is exertion. Like that when you're a big guy wrestling a smaller guy. If you're smart, you can just stand in the middle and let the guy fly around and just take you're not going to get that blown up. But when you have to move around another big guy and like you got to bump the other big guy and you got to slam the other big guy, bro, it's going to take 20 minutes. Bro, you just knew that like this should have been like 13 to 15 minutes because just leads, the match started getting sloppy as time went on. And it was sloppy in not a good way for Keith Lee because he was throwing strikes and it looked like the times he was throwing strikes, he looked blown up, but not in spots where he was supposed to be blown up. So that's
Did he do a pretty good job? Did he do a good job of selling his arm that was supposed to be hurt?
It was good. It's a good way to work a match like that because two big guys, you got to work try to break the guy down.
Right. That's what I was saying. Like I was trying to. Well, my wife.
But there was a spot. I think there was a spot in here when Lee had Kross and he picked him up in front of him. And it was just taking way too long. Like either Lee called the way, and that's the spot where Kross did hit the ropes twice and clothesline him. And I think that Keith Lee got lost right there. It's just whatever. Just I don't know, but it was.
Yeah, you can see immediately on that spot. Immediately he starts grabbing his shoulder and he's trying to put it in.
Right. Yeah. No. That's not the one. That's the one where Kross gave him the clothesline. The one where Kross took the clothesline is when he landed on
yeah,
the
that's what I'm talking about.
Right. Okay. So yeah, I mean it was decent, but it's like I said, there's just I would have been shorter. That match I would have laid this out differently. Like 80% of the stuff they had in there is fine, but there was 20% of the stuff I just didn't. Yeah. I don't know. It was what it was.
Right. But I wasn't mad at it. I mean, it was a good match. I mean,
I think people. The thing is people just like, especially these wrestling fans. They just like it when the big guys get in there because there's so many small guys. It's like, how often do we see a big boy match?
Yeah, but that's so funny. But that's very funny because when we were in the business, it was all big guys. Everybody was humongous.
Yeah, I was just glad that they, that the finish ended up being, Kross going over. But I was listening to a lot of stuff this week, and they're like, well, you can't have Keith Lee lose, and you can't have Kross lose, but somebody has to lose. So I kind of like the way they did it.
Right.
Well, people are very disappointed, though. I was seeing
Why?
on
Who
Twitter. Just people on Twitter. I saw a lot of upset people because they took the belt off Lee in only 45 days.
Yeah. It's weird. Because like I'm
But you couldn't have Kross lose.
No. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I thought people would be upset about. I thought they'd be upset at the match. Because like I saw enough of stuff in there though. I bet you some people shit on but nobody really shit on the match. That was kind of weird.
What were you saying?
The match wasn't bad. The match was just
wasn't, but
it was too long, and it could have been better. But the biggest problem here was, and I like Keith Lee, but he blew up. He blew up early in the match, and once you're tired and you can't do shit, your shit looks like shit, and then you're trying to catch your breath. The other guy's trying to buy time, and it's happened to all of us.
JJ, what were you about to say?
He's going to Raw. Like, what are they going to do with him? Just don't waste him at Raw, I guess, is my point.